Hey, let's put this in the simplest of all terms. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the biggest celebrity on the face of the planet today. Now, whether he's a blue chipper, the people's champion, or as we know him right now, the final boss, The Rock has always commanded all of the attention in the arena since the very first moment he made his WWE debut at the 1996 Survivor Series. Born into this business, The Rock would become WWE's first ever third-generation superstar, following in the footsteps of his father and grandfather. Who had competed in WWE rings before him.
Dwayne had a huge responsibility. There's a legacy, and you have to take it so seriously.
Even with incredibly high expectations, the Great One surpassed them all, along with the usual achievements if your name is The Rock: 2 Intercontinental Championships, 5 Tag Team Championships, 8 WWE Heavyweight Championships, a Royal Rumble victory, not even to forget the fact that The Rock once led an entire nation. The Rock has one of the more noteworthy feats in WWE history, earning WrestleMania victories over Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and John Cena. Each of these men are known as the faces of their respective era. Each of these men found out what happens when you go one-on-one. Oh, you know the rest. Of course, The Rock rivaled Stone Cold Steve Austin's popularity during the vaunted Attitude Era, tearing opponents down with rock bottoms and people's elbows while tearing them apart on the mic with cutting one-liners and catchphrases that are still recited to this day.
If you smell, know your role and shut your mouth.
He ended CM Punk's 434-day title reign as WWE Champion at the 2013 Royal Rumble as well, after having only competed twice over the previous 9 years, displaying the always-ready mentality and physical conditioning on which he has built his global brand. But you don't need me to rattle off The Rock's resume to you, now do you? Of course not. The man is an occasion unto himself. He has headlined the biggest events against WWE's most iconic superstars and has always found a way to, how does he put it? Layeth the smackdown on some jabroni's candy ass. I couldn't have said it better myself, although I think I may have just done that. But indeed, he has. On a Thursday night in February of 1997, The Rock, still known as Rocky Maivia, would find himself challenging for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Only a few months into his tenure, he would be matched up against a face that would ultimately become one of his most familiar and hated rivals, Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Seemingly overmatched by a more seasoned opponent, a youthful Rock would demonstrate all the traits that have come to define him in the years since. Tenacity, high IQ, and that legendary Samoan strength to ultimately surprise Helmsley and kick off the first championship reign for Rocky Maivia. It would be the first step of a journey that has ultimately led The Rock into the pantheon of WWE's elite. So now it's all in your hands. It's up to you to showcase the undying drive that makes The Rock the hardest worker in the room to deliver a shocking upset against the Greenwich snob himself. guide The Rock to victory over Triple H at a very special Thursday, Raw Thursday, to give the first jolts to what would become the most electrifying career in sports entertainment.
And here comes the #1 contender, at least for tonight, Rocky Maivia.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring is the challenger from the South Pacific, weighing in at 275 pounds, Rocky Maivia.
A blue chip talent with a bright future.
On his way to defend the Intercontinental Championship, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
His opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 246 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Helmsley is scheduled to face another challenger at an upcoming show this Sunday. And he's taking the risk, stepping in here against the newcomer, Rocky Maivia.
Well, you can consider it risky, you can consider it overconfident, but any way you look at it, it's a dangerous move by Helmsley to take on an athlete who has been on a real roll. Rocky Maivia has been successful thus far in WWE, and Rocky is focused. Rocky is only thinking about tonight.
Saxton, just curious, have you ever exercised your right to remain silent? I am tired of all this talk about Rocky Maivia. Yeah, he's been on a roll, but it could all come to a screeching halt tonight at the hands of Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
The past doesn't matter. Here's where it counts. Here is where it's settled. The prize is on the line.
The Intercontinental Championship is on the line here between two superstars who don't have anything nice to say about one another. The challenger, Rocky Maivia, and our current champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Well, Helmsley is our champion for a reason. He's a cut above the rest, a higher class of in-ring competitor. This Rocky Maivia guy should learn his place and respect his betters.
Well, that attitude is exactly why Maivia is so eager to go after Helmsley and his title. He wants to prove Helmsley is just a snide and arrogant blowhard who doesn't deserve to be champion.
Only one of these men will leave this ring our Intercontinental Champion. This should be a memorable match. And we know Rocky doesn't have the same experience as Helmsley, and that could be a developing story as this match progresses.
And this is where an experienced wrestler like Helmsley can take a young wrestler and pick him apart, take advantage, capitalize, and win.
What's it going to take for Hunter Hearst Helmsley to retain his Intercontinental title here? How can he get the better of Rocky Maivia?
Well, the champ needs to put this young upstart Maivia in his place with unrelenting offense. No time for graceful bows and upper-class taunting. Just beat Rocky down.
Maivia gets stonewalled.
Punch across the cheek. Getting up on wobbly legs, but he'll soon be put back down.
Blistering shoulder block. This is what it's going to take. You have to go all out if you want that title. And watching from home is Rocky Johnson, the father of Rocky Maivia, former WWE Tag Team Champion.
I must admit, I do see a bright future for Maivia. Those that have been privileged enough to see Rocky Johnson in action will appreciate Rocky Maivia because he's a chip off the old block.
Notwithstanding as well, the genes of his grandfather, the incomparable Peter Maivia, Chief Maivia.
Oh boy, they don't come any tougher than Peter Maivia.
delivering nasty stomps.
You can feel the resistance.
Hold on a second. He might be finding a submission hold here. Applying force through every part of the leg and looking for surrender. Stuck in the locker. One right hand is all it took. Good golly, Miss Mutt.
Finds the roll up.
And into the pin. Title on the line.
Oh.
And the referee stops the count before 2.
It'll take more than that to hold him down.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent. Oh. Elbow drop.
This capacity crowd certainly behind the youngster Rocky Maivia, thinking there could be an upset here tonight. These two are clearly fired up, going blow for blow.
Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
The fight is on, and it's furious.
Slugging away with everything they've got.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now.
He is getting rid of the turnbuckle pad. Don't say that too loud, Saxon. You might get caught. The champion doing everything to retain here.
Kick out and one for the challenger.
Not even a near fall there.
Stepping out of the ring here.
And he now slides back into the ring. Ooh!
Oh, right to the back of the neck.
Maivia caught off guard, catching a cover.
The champ might have just ended things right there.
Oh my God, did you see that? Kick out at 1.
You gotta be kidding me. What just happened? I don't know, but I think it just blew the roof off this arena.
That was plan A, and it didn't work. He must be thinking about plan B at this point.
Up and shoulder breaker. That is gonna hurt.
Uh-oh, this is not gonna look pretty. Submission being applied.
It's locked in so tight. Running out of options in a hurry now.
Running the risk of injury the longer this hold is in. Permanent damage taking place right here.
Will it get countered? Yes, not letting the submission attempt do any more damage here.
Ooh, turned it into a jawbreaker. The sleeper is cinched in, and you can see little by little the opponent is fading.
Expertly executed hold right on the neck.
This is devastating. You have to be feeling this in every nerve. In trouble here.
Oh, what a great counter. That'll break it up. Rocky beats him to the punch. Intercontinental Championship at stake right here in Lowell, Massachusetts. We're expecting an emotional night for all of us, considering the...
Up and down.
Wow, that hurt.
The challenger.
Oh, hold on. Is he thinking of the submission here?
Able to get to the ropes here. Great awareness. Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here.
Coquina clutch locked in.
Saved by the ropes this time.
His mind is turning. Might be close to the end. And Rocky is revving this crowd up. This is a moment when you're desperate to find a counter.
Trying to find an escape, looking for any...
A new champion! He did it!
What?
Rocky did it!
What?
Here is your winner, and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
Congratulations to Rocky Maivia on his first ever title win. Rocky can proudly raise that Intercontinental title, knowing he bested the formidable Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Man, what a victory for this young superstar.
A triumphant moment for Rocky Maivia, but Hunter Hearst Helmsley certainly...
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss. There wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anoa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steel is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steel.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler.
Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele.
We'll see which prevails tonight.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steele is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Driving down with the axe handle. Stomping. Ouch. Right to the leg.
One step ahead there. George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
Fends it off. Good counter. Chop. Big back body throw.
Do you see the height on that?
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steele. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steele makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy. There it is. He could end it here.
Shoulder up, and the referee ends the count.
He is going to take this match as long.
Oh, no. Now possibly setting up for a submission maneuver.
Got this one locked in.
And can't take it anymore. Has to tap.
In a family,
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight. George the Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler. And he...
might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the Animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief, Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steele. What's it going to take for the Animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steele makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the Animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But, guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief. Ooh, catch. Oh.
Ooh.
George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by count.
Oh, here it comes. Landing on the spine. No way Steele's coming back from that.
Oh, he's really mounting. Maivia looking at it all here. And the High Chief defeats the Animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the
she's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 draft lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate. She does.
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Banzai Drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crowd already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can Lyra write a happy ever after ending to her Cinderella story?
Lyra Valkyria fancies herself a Morrigan, which is an Irish goddess of war. As they were on the battlefield, they used to take the shape of ravens to fly around and decide who would live and who would die. That is what Lyra Valkyria is bringing to the ring here tonight.
And her opponent, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria may have read a little too much fantasy in her day, and now is reality. Lyra Valkyria is about to go toe-to-toe with a real-life, fire-breathing dragon in the form of Nia Jax. Nia Jax, who's in the best physical condition of her career, tonight will make someone. Will it be Lyra? Will it be Nia? We'll find out in a matter of moments.
And guys, you win the crown. Guess what waits for you in August?
A date with the champion of your respective brand at SummerSlam.
And there will be a coronation. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves.
Oh, missed connection.
Ooh, merciless looking blood. Draped across the top rope. Man!
Clubbing forearm.
Anything can happen in WWE. It used to be a tagline, but it's the truth. And Lyra Valkyria is living it.
Over the last 12 months, Lyra has already knocked off the likes of Becky Lynch and Io Sky, but she's never faced anyone the size of Jax. This is a first for her career. Well, if you're Lyra Valkyria, what do you do to pull off a massive upset tonight?
Well, Lyra's a technical wizard, Cole. In fact, from a technique perspective, she may actually have Nia Jax outgunned. And beyond relying on her technique, if I'm Lyra, I'm going to try to frustrate Nia. I don't know how possible that is, but if you frustrate Nia, she may make a crucial mistake.
Momentum clearly on the side of Nia Jax.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here.
Each woman here has had a tough road to become a Queen of the Ring finalist. Every matchup in this bracket has been a toss-up.
Valkyria knocked off former women's champion Io Sky earlier this week, but Nia's had an even tougher challenge. Two great former champions in the form of Naomi and Bianca Belair.
Even more impressive than that, she handed Jade Cargill her first WWE loss.
Granted, that was a disqualification victory for Jax. I'd say there's still some unfinished business between Nia and Jade.
Man, a bruising use of their body.
And Lyra is brought to a disadvantage now.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here.
And Valkyria expected that.
Ooh. Lyra Valkyria, one of the best technical wrestlers in NXT Women's.
On the apron. Look out below. Oh, man.
Kick lands.
And evades the attack.
Jax with the irresistible offense.
Just brutal attacks coming from Nia Jax.
That's a well-targeted attack to the body.
continues the count.
Not much time left here. She's back in the ring, ready to get back to business. Cross body. Hooked up. For a fisherman buster. Lyra just hit Nia with a big move, but can she capitalize? And she kicks her opponent away. Several reversals, neither superstar able to penetrate their opponent's defenses.
Leg drop across the neck. Moving into the ring. Tossed around like a rag doll.
Attacking the arm. Great way to break down your opponent.
Ooh, headbutt.
Nothing pretty about that.
Lifting their opponent up, the power and the strength. Oh, backbreaker. Knee right to the spine. Gonna do it. Another.
Just punishing.
And Lyra only finds herself on the defensive.
Valkyria needs to figure things out.
Ouch. Lyra wants this power. All the way up.
Boom, seated choke bomb. So high and mighty now, is she?
And now down the right way.
Now Valkyria needs to end this. How the hell do you kick out of that? I have no words. Not even a 2 count?
The best shot was thrown, but it couldn't put this match away.
Gonna be agonizing for the arm. She gets around the attack. Nice running crossbody.
Oh, no. Oh, look at the leg breaker. Kick to the midsection prevents the attack.
She better hurry or she'll get counted out. Whoa! Alabama slam.
And she got it. Nia Jax is queen of the ring.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? He had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. It became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins. And he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
Is it legal to not show up? Rikishi has brutalized Austin lately.
Austin will be here, Byron. I just refuse to think anything else.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a no-holds-barred match. Introducing first, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 424 pounds, Rikishi.
We have learned more about Rikishi in the last couple of weeks than we knew about him his entire career here in WWE. He said he ran over Austin not for himself, but for The Rock.
Right, and now he's coming out here, and I guess if Austin doesn't show up, the general manager is going to have to come out here and declare this is a forfeit, and Rikishi's going to win it. This man makes me sick. Is he here?
Well, there's the Rattlesnake's music.
He's here. Austin's here. Stone Cold Steve Austin came here with no fear, no hesitation, just revenge.
His opponent, from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Austin fought for his life to make it back here, to make Rikishi pay.
Now there is no way Rikishi can escape the Texas Rattlesnake.
It's been almost a year since Austin competed in the ring. Austin is a man possessed. Rikishi feels good about running over Austin and said he'd do it again. That man is sick.
Well, Rikishi made two mistakes. One, trying to end Austin's life. And two, not being man enough to finish the job.
Austin's going to absolutely tee off on Rikishi.
This one is going to get ugly in a hurry.
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the shark tank that is WWE.
Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them.
And all momentum has been taken from Austin.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble.
And then The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation. We have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture.
Into the pin. Can he get him here? Kick out at one.
Showing his determination there with that kick out.
And Austin's plans fail there. And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to offer Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series. Is this it? Is this the end? And he manages to kick out at one.
Channeling his energy to stay in this matchup.
Caught that and reversed it.
And that might be the momentum swing Rikishi needed.
These two trading one blow after another.
Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
Emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this.
What impressive determination from both competitors. Keeping at each other no matter what. We talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishis are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin really had his life taken from him, and there was no greater reason to stop the tar out of somebody than that.
Boom, and he manages to reverse.
Draped across the top rope.
Man, Stone Cold's face is really starting to show the damage of this match. Man, couldn't finish the job.
The reversal by Rikishi.
Rikishi looking to finish the job from 10 months ago. Rikishi driver. Rikishi may have put the exclamation on this one.
And a kick out. No one saw that coming.
Austin somehow got the shoulder up. Intestinal fortitude on display from Stone Cold.
I can't tell if it's anger in the eyes of the fact that he hasn't finished this, or if it's disbelief that his opponent is still in this. Now Rikishi has the firm upper hand.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now. Look out! Great ring awareness saved him.
And now gets tossed into the ring.
Boom! Running STO plants him. Nicely done. Connects with the kick. Gets out of the way of that one.
Hammered away with the right hand. Rikishi is down. It could be over. Kicking out before the count.
Still not enough to put him away. Austin having flashbacks to Detroit. Rikishi's about to... Rikishi able to dodge that. An attack with the body here could be a smart strategy.
Boom! What a kick.
That's just disrespect right there. I kind of like it. He almost got caught by that one.
No count out as he takes things out of the ring.
A shovel? Don't use a shovel!
Taking things back into the ring.
Brought in the hard way. Strong. My goodness. Big time clothesline. Good grief.
Austin stomping at Rikishi's heart. From the top. He fails to connect.
Big blow could be felt throughout the arena.
He's out of the ring. What does he have in mind now? Samoa drop.
Boom. What a kick. Vicious knee. Oh, ouch. That is hard to watch. And that was just as devastating as a sledgehammer to Austin's truck. Such thunderous impact.
Caught an elbow in the gut for that effort.
Stone Cold with the Fez press. Fez press raining down right hands. This is the butt kicking you receive when you come between Stone Cold Steve Austin and what he wants.
He's headed out to the ringside area.
Maneuvers out of the way. One answer after another. Neither competitor giving an inch. We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. But right now it's Rikishi doing the brawl. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipate. Bring out every ounce of frustration and rage and then some. Now this is just overkill. This is just unnecessary. This is no way to treat any human being.
He quickly slides into the ring.
And he's coming too, about to stumble his way into danger.
A great display of confidence, but he doesn't want to give his opponent added motivation. And now he's back into the ring. With a lariat. This could be it. Digging deep for a kick out.
This is no time to hesitate. You can feel the end coming.
Rikishi hoisting up his opponent.
Rikishi driver. That's it. Austin is out.
Here's the pin. Rikishi somehow defangs the rattlesnake. Damn it.
The winner of this bout, Rikishi!
This is not what many of us expected to see. We wanted to see retribution, but Rikishi was too much of a monster for Stone Cold tonight.
The vitriol that consumed Rikishi powered him to finish the job and leave a battered Austin in his rear-view mirror.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring, showcase Umaga's cruel brutality, and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He could be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong, and probably going to outweigh John Cena by well over 100 pounds.
Since 1963, the WWE title has only changed hands twice here in Kansas City. That's twice in the last 47 years.
But Umaga is a scary human being, and he can easily change that trend right here tonight.
A phenomenal ovation in this arena because the champ is here. John Cena has a gigantic challenge awaiting him in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear.
Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way, and that's straight at you.
John Cena, a 3-time WWE champion, the handler of Umaga, Armando Estrada, trying to control this undefeated challenger.
Once the bell rings, these two are going to go at each other full force.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 353 pounds, Umaga. And from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, John Cena!
The energy in this arena is palpable.
These competitors know exactly what's on the line. John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able to withstand Umaga thus far. This brutal Samoan has made a mockery of his challengers and is perhaps the ultimate super heavyweight threat.
Now, Cena could be in for the greatest challenge as champion tonight. But if anyone can overcome the terrifying ruthlessness of Umaga, it has to be John Cena.
Early cover for the title. Pin attempt by the champion. It's going to take more than that to keep him down.
He isn't going to go away that easy.
And don't expect much of a wrestling match in this one. Expect more of a brawl. This is not going to look pretty. It's going to get ugly. This is two trains on a track to a head-on collision.
Toe-to-toe, it's going to be bad. It's going
soaring. You got to be kidding me.
From all the way up, wasted no time, flying out to the floor.
No question John Cena has his work cut out for him taking on Umaga, who's been aptly named the Samoan Bulldozer for his relentless offense.
Yeah, and while Umaga may not be as refined in the ring as other superstars, his ruthlessness more than makes up for the difference. If Umaga can connect with some truly merciless attacks, then Cena and his title reign could quickly be in trouble.
Cena now taking the brunt of the attack.
Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan Bulldozer.
Momentum fully shifted to Umaga.
Umaga is simply overpowering John Cena right now. Oh, man. Cena tonight attempting to do something.
Cena ducks underneath. Couple of shoulder tackles now. Cena, the powerhouse, gonna finish things up with a slam. Uh-oh. Turns it around. Oh.
You saw that one coming.
Spinning heel kick.
Someone that size should not be able to pull that off.
Headbutt to the gut. And with the attacks Umaga has been delivering, you have to think about internal injuries mounting on Cena now.
Vice-like grip on the trapezius muscle. This is terribly painful.
And let's remember this event last year, Byron. New Year's Revolution has not been kind to John Cena. He lost his championship a year ago at the same event.
A mental hurdle Cena needs to overcome for sure. But the past is the past. I think John has a much bigger distraction in front of him right now.
Quick jab gets him out of trouble.
Right to the gut.
Locks in the gut wrench. Suplex. Some good offense from Cena there, but it's going to be hard for John to have any lasting effect on such a huge man. Utilizing the top rope to inflict more punishment.
Draped over the top rope.
Such a unique situation for the champion John Cena tonight. This could be the first time in Cena's career that he comes in as an underdog champion.
That's a credit to the challenger. Anybody would be an underdog against a man that's undefeated. Umaga simply looks unbeatable.
But John will fight you as long as he's breathing. That's the Cena style. Solid punch. Oof.
He turns it around on Umaga. Bam! Reversal. And that turns things around.
Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
Caught him right in the jaw.
Ugh, what a shot.
ring in between them, and a collision in the corner. Oh!
Telegraphed that one and delivers a blow to the gut. Cena! Hey!
Champ close to ending it here.
Kicked out at one? Even the ref can't believe it.
Unbelievable. Kick out at one.
Unbelievable, more like inhuman. And Cena's shocked, but we know that kick out has only made him more determined.
Umaga was ready there.
Oh my God, a clothesline.
Ooh. Oh man, targeting the leg. Ooh, that's how you dominate your opponent.
Stomping down.
Ooh, targeting the leg there. Able to slip away.
Shoulder tackle.
Slowly moving. I'm sure he can feel the target on his back here.
Oh gosh, that looked like a bad landing.
Oh. Ooh.
Pin, title in the balance.
Oh, the champ narrowly kicks out.
Almost inhuman at this point. Ooh.
The champ with the pin.
He got the shoulder up in time.
He's still got life in this matchup. Kick to the back. He's quick to get out of the way there.
Running heel kick. Boom.
Umaga with a crazed look in his eyes, staring down Cena. Rearing way back. Samoan spike.
He might be moments away from crowning a new champ.
He manages to kick out. What strength.
We knew it was not going to be an easy task to put the champion away, and that's being proven right now.
More like the champions proving that sooner perish than lose their title. And I think we all know this is only going to make a Moss cover. We can have a new champ here. Oh, one on the bottom rope forces the break.
Ooh! Well-placed kick. Ooh! Cena stays off the attack.
Sent into the corner. Umaga with a retaliation.
Nasty headbutt. Umaga has that determined look on his face. Here it comes!
Oh, Samoan spike.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
Cover!
New champion, an undefeated champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion, Umaga!
This proves it. Truly no one can withstand Umaga. The Samoan bulldozer has wrecked his way.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw General Manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. 2 bruisers, with surprising quickness, who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, you know, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor, the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features 2 Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
AOP is here, ready to wreak havoc. And they want to prove 3-minute warning has nothing on them.
2 roughneck teams ready to use this Extreme Rules stipulation to the fullest.
The following contest is a tag team Extreme Rules match, and accompanied by Paul Ellering and a combined weight of 620 pounds, Akam and Razor, the authors of Pain.
AOP look unintimidated by the task at hand. They are totally prepared for the merciless tandem of 3-minute warning.
You know, there's actually a lot in common between these two teams in terms of tactics and physicality.
And guys, the authors of pain now have 3 minutes.
And at a combined weight of 770 pounds, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Authors of Pain versus 3-minute warning is a recipe for brutality and ruthless carnage.
And that's an irregular match, Cole. This is Extreme Rules.
These two hit squads are going to tear each other apart.
3-minute warning made a career out of demolishing anyone who got in their way. Why would AOP be any different?
Because that's exactly what AOP does too. They play the same game as 3-minute warning.
We got 3-minute warning and the Authors of Pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to see what these teams do with the rules thrown out the window.
He goes for the quick pin attempt. Ooh. He kicks out before two.
He needs to deal more damage before trying that again.
Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
Big move followed up with a pin attempt.
Throws up the shoulder. Too early in the match to end it. Oh, that hurt. Boom. Oh, an axe handle. Akam found himself in the wrong place there.
Rosie held nothing back on that attack.
And that clearly rocked Razor a bit.
Jamal putting his bad intentions to work.
Oh, with authority. He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about. Oh,
this, what a launching. Good Lord, taking flight.
Did you guys feel the rumble from that impact?
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one is safe when you're in the vicinity of these teams.
He's definitely been worn down a little.
This is what we expect out of Extreme Rules. No one is safe.
Boom! Boom, what a kick! Oh! Ow!
Driven down!
Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over.
Strong kick! Ooh, ouch! Leg being manipulated with that maneuver. We know that taking out the legs is one of the most effective strategies in any match.
Oh, man, he is more than fired up right now.
Watch out!
What? From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
Getting back into the ring now.
He's cooking something up. Oh!
Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds.
Trying to end this right now. Wait a second.
Feet are on the ropes. This is illegal. Yokes up their opponent. Driven down with a sidewalk slam. Oh, nasty elbow.
Another one.
Down they go.
Oh, takes a big clean hit from the table. Just absorbing way too much damage at this stage.
Oh, he surely doesn't have much left in him. It's like we're looking at The Walking Dead here.
Ooh. Watch for the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warnings, thug-like tactics need to be respected.
Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's push. Oh, my God!
Big splash!
And he throws the opposition back into the ring.
Oh, man, inverted backbreaker. Ow!
Popped up into the Samoan.
Going for the win. Yeah, no, he doesn't get the 3.
Somehow, some way, he is still in this. This is frightening. This is extremely frightening, Michael.
And he's gone with the ladder, which is a risky choice no matter how you use it.
Full speed with the ladder.
Looks like he's coming back in.
Uh-oh. The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
And that was certainly a targeted attack to the core.
Targeting. He's covering him. He's got him.
And still in this.
What a match.
Oh, man.
Great athleticism.
Rosie shutting the goal right now. Despite his toughness, Jamal actually looked pretty bothered by that one.
Yeah, Razar came prepared for this matchup.
This could be the end of the night for Rosie. Cover!
Oh, he makes the biggest save of the night.
Big back body drop. We knew this would be a grueling and punishing match, but AOP and 3-minute warning are exceeding all expectations. Ruthless striking.
Not into the cover. This might be it. Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors.
Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning earn this win. Just think about all the carnage we witnessed here tonight.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk